Boneworks is one of those games I've always wanted to try but never played. And since I've heard from so many of you in the comments of my BoneLab videos that Boneworks is better than BoneLab, I decided to play the game so that I could decide for myself.
So I've never played Boneworks before. I've only played BoneLab. So it's only going to be natural that I compare this game to BoneLab. Lots of people told me that I'd be a lot better at BoneLab if I played Boneworks. So if you're willing to come with me, Monkey Ragdoll Man, we'll go on an adventure unlike you've ever seen before.
And of course, one of my top priorities was to find out if Boneworks felt nearly as janky as the PC version of BoneLab.
Well, well, well. It seems we found our first bit of jank. Oh no, guys. Oh, we almost had jank, but I escaped the jank.
I'm a few hours in, and I'd have to say Boneworks has less jank than BoneLab.
I'm stuck. What happened?
Here's why.
The thing about Boneworks is the jank corrects itself before you even notice it.
My biggest issue with BoneLab was the lack of a tutorial, which meant I just had to figure stuff out as I played. But Boneworks held my hand right from the beginning so insistently that I couldn't even get a word in.
This tutorial already had...
Insert the battery into the socket.
God, he keeps talking. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, so this tutorial's already shown me how to do like 5 things, 6 things.
Locomote. Press the direction input on the left-hand control.
Yeah, and there's like a guy constantly giving me instructions so often that it's even hard for me to talk to you guys.
I'm dead serious when I tell you that this overly helpful tutorial, which was completely left out of BoneLab, absolutely blew my mind with its helpfulness.
BoneLab had no tutorial compared to this. Wow, do you guys see that? Those legs must work out.
Random events would pleasantly freak me out from time to time.
What is going on?
I remained relentless in my search for jank, even though the jank in Boneworks was much harder to find.
Wow, can you even grab tiny little objects? I would have expected that to be pretty jank, but it's not. It's not jank at all.
But the thing that stood out to me more than anything was the museum level in Boneworks, where I could literally just walk around and learn about any aspect of the game.
I want one of those suits. Those suits are badass. Oh wait, I want to learn about null bodies. Oh my gosh, they're even playing a video for me with a puzzle demonstration? What? With music?
I really just couldn't get over it or understand why such a helpful level couldn't have been included in BoneLab.
That video is what I needed when I started BoneLab. My God, why was that video? It's just a freaking video. Like, how much work would it have been for them to just implement something smaller than this, but just like the museum? My God, I would love to know what the reason for that was.
I also loved that the shooting range was one of the first levels so that I could mess with the weapons before being thrown into the fire.
These arms are so creepy, man. They're so creepy. We'll try out this one. This balloon cannot be popped. This inflatable thing is invincible.
There was a room where I could have learned some advanced mechanics, but that seemed a little too risky for someone who gets motion sickness so easily.
I don't know, I just kind of want to get on with the story, I think. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Now leaving the museum. Wow. So they just spent like an hour and 15 minutes just showing me how to play the game, how everything works. It's truly amazing that this somehow was left out of BoneLab, but you know, is what it is. Still great games. Great games, small mistakes, or big mistakes. I don't know, I'll let you decide.
Then came time for the main story to begin, and the first thing I realized was that my inventory had been wiped clean.
So whenever you enter a new level, do they not let you keep your weapons? I don't have any weapons. Better grab a brick just in case.
I really liked how much more exploration was involved with these big levels in Boneworks, like entire sectors of the city that looked abandoned.
I guess I'm supposed to explore. I'm not used to exploring. There wasn't any exploring like this in BoneLab. Like there was no just walking for a long time through an abandoned city. This is cool. I like this.
I sucked at throwing stuff though.
Oh, I totally missed.
And I had a few jump scares that were just weird and maybe not intentional.
It's supposed to be some kind of game? Whoa, it came at me so fast.
It got interesting when null bodies started appearing because the first one was totally janked.
Well, it seems we have our first void entity. And I have nothing to attack him with except a brick. Is it... Was he alive or what?
It was my first encounter with some non-janky null bodies, which made me realize something.
Hey, you awake? Whoa, they're like a lot more agile in this game.
I realized that the null bodies in Boneworks might actually be a force to be reckoned with.
A little harder, I guess. Whoa, he actually grabbed my weapon, dude. These guys, like, have skill. These guys seem a lot smarter than the null bodies in BoneLab. I have to admit. I feel like I'm having to move around a little more, use a little more strategy with my melee combat.
Even the crablets were tougher in this game.
You guys are, how do I kill you? These guys are really, 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 really tough in this game. I had to beat the crap out of that crablet for him to die. Look at all the freaking crablet blood on the ground. Looks like carrot juice.
It should be said that the bad guys who can't walk up inclines in BoneLab aren't the only ones with that problem.
Well, it's official. The bad guys in BoneLab and the bad guys in Boneworks can't walk up hills. I can't leave him here like this. He's wounded. He's wounded, so I will give him an honorable death, the death of a warrior. May you drink and feast with Odin in Valhalla. What to do, what to do.
The last thing I did during this playthrough was complete the first major puzzle, which I also found to be a little bit challenging.
Oh, I was supposed to bring that cube over here, wasn't I? Well, that sucks.
Figuring out how to work around the game's physics took some getting used to.
Oh, walking up the stairs with it is not easy. Yeah, bringing this, let's walk backwards. That's a better idea.
The part I struggled with for maybe 15 or 20 minutes was just how to get one of those heavy blocks onto the higher platform so that I could set one on top of that red button.
I don't really get it. I don't get it. I feel so stupid right now. Nothing in BoneLab was this challenging. You guys told me the puzzles were easy. You told me that they were idiot-proof. You didn't use those exact words, but you know what you were saying. What happens if I walk on those things, man? I guess that happens. Okay.
As always, I figured it out. Eventually.
What's down here? Like, what's this? Wait a second. Oh my god, are you serious right now? So now I can just walk across. Oh, no, you're gonna have to... Yeah. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. Well. What's going on here?
The jank tried to stop me, but this is Boneworks, where jank always corrects itself.
Let me go.
So if you can make your way to the core tower, you might be able to manually restart it and let us back in.
I'm gonna give that guy's acting a D-. D-.
The last thing I had to do was bust through a padlocked gate so that I could save my game.
You have a purpose. Your life means something. It's to break this lock. Anyways, I've been in here for a couple hours now. A few hours, maybe. I think I'm gonna hop on out and come back another day.
So if you guys enjoyed that video, do tap that like button. Really helps out the video and the channel. And subscribe if you want to stick around for more of it. Peace.